Hello, so this time let's talk about one of the most important and influential game series of the PlayStation brand, and of course it's Wipeout series. That game series is, you know, it's so important to me. Like, I've played them all, and yeah, I decided to talk about the game series because it's not looking well. I mean, the future of the possible future of Wipeout series, as the latest game on the series was not even a brand new game. It was pretty much Wipeout HD and HD Fury and Wipeout 2048 like packed together, the Omega collection, Wipeout Omega collection, which is of course a phenomenal collection. It's awesome game, but yeah, it's still not brand new game, and we really need, PlayStation really needs a brand new Wipeout game. Yeah, I remember back on early PlayStation 1 days, I think I didn't actually, my first Wipeout wasn't, or was it the first one? I think it was actually the first Wipeout game. But I'm not sure. It may have been the Wipeout XL or Wipeout 2097, which I played first. But yeah, anyway, like, those games helped the PlayStation 1 be so successful as it was. It was a very big part of the success story of PlayStation, among with Ridge Racer games and Tekken games and etc. There are so many to mention, but yeah, Wipeout, and it wasn't just the game. I mean, there isn't many game series where the music itself, the soundtrack, is as important, I would say, as the games themselves. But in the case of Wipeout, it played so big role, the whole soundtrack, the music. It really combined together this futuristic anti-gravity racer with great electronic music, very futuristic. I would say still today, of course, they sound very 90s trance, big beat, techno, house. But yeah, the music is so important of the Wipeout series. To me, it's always been as important as the racing itself. And yeah, then when the PlayStation 2 was launched, unfortunately it didn't make it to the launch title, the new Wipeout, but when the Wipeout Fusion was released on PlayStation 2, that was a huge deal to me. Huge deal for me. I know many fans have kinda kinda didn't like the game because it was a little bit different in, you know, the handling of those aircrafts were a little bit different, but I actually always liked it. And yeah, the graphics on PlayStation 2 were just phenomenal back in the day. And it also had the kick-ass two-player, I think, kind of tournament mode where you could play with your friend the whole tournament, or I still I can't remember, was it the kind of whole career you could play with your friend, or was it just, uh, custom tournaments you could participate in? Well, but whatever. Then when the PSP came, and when the PSP came, it was just mind-blowing to play, Wipeout game on your pocket size, like handheld. You could go wherever you want. You could play Wipeout anywhere you fancied. It was just mind-blowing to see all the Wipeout high-speed action on tiny screen. And PSP got two Wipeouts, Wipeout Pure and Wipeout. Damn, I actually can't now remember the sequel. Wipeout Pure and... Oh, anyway, it comes to my mind if it comes later. But it's so close. But anyway, let's move on. Those were great PSP games, and I would say one of the best PSP games that ever was released for the platform. And then PlayStation 3 came with Wipeout. PlayStation 3 didn't, actually get any brand new Wipeout game. That was Wipeout HD, which consisted of pretty much upscaled versions of the both PSP titles put together with high definition graphics. But that was awesome package. But still, I would have liked to see the brand new Wipeout game on the platform. And then PlayStation Vita came, and that Vita brought us a Wipeout 2048, which I would say is my least favorite game of the series, probably, or the very first one, because it's so fucking difficult, especially the very first Wipeout. It's so fucking difficult. Oh my god. But of course, the first Wipeout was so influential. It's so important. Without it, the PlayStation wouldn't be what it is. It really peeled up the PlayStation's success. But anyway, 2048 was probably is my least favorite game. But every Wipeout game is still great. And then PlayStation 4 came, and with it we got the latest, unfortunately still the latest, released in 2017, I think, Wipeout Omega collection that I just described. But there's been some rumors about the PlayStation 5 Wipeout game being in the works, but nothing concrete, like it's just a rumor, for PlayStation 5 and PSVR 2, which I personally don't care about. I just care about the traditional Wipeout game for the PlayStation 5. But PlayStation 5 really needs Wipeout, and if it ever happens, I really fucking hope so. Let's hope that it will be this time a brand new Wipeout game, like no rehash of any earlier games or material of games, just put together again. So PlayStation 5 really needs a brand new Wipeout game, because the last brand new Wipeout game was pretty much on PlayStation Vita, the 2048, released in 2012. I think. So like, it just, I'm so pissed off that it's been 5 years now since Omega Collection was released. Well, almost. Or I can't remember what month it was released. I think it was early 2017, quite early 2017. So it's actually, I think it's been already more than 5 years. So let's just hope for the brand new Wipeout game for the PlayStation 5, because Wipeout is PlayStation, PlayStation is Wipeout, pretty much. So and I also now want to talk about a little bit deeper about the soundtrack. So it pretty much introduced me to the electronic music overall. Like, without Wipeout games, I wouldn't love electronic music like I love it today. Like, bands like The Prodigy, The Orbital, The Future Sound of London, just to name a few. I just freaking love those bands are synonymous with Wipeout, or artists, anyway. So I just love, especially the very old PlayStation 1 Wipeout game soundtracks especially. They are probably my favorite. Actually, the Omega collections, more modern electronic music wasn't really to my liking, to my style. Of course, there was still a couple of very good tracks, but it is the weakest, definitely. And I would say, even though I really like the PlayStation 1 era Wipeout soundtracks. I would say my favorite soundtrack is Wipeout Fusion soundtrack on PlayStation 2. Um, yeah, that soundtrack is just phenomenal. Like, whoa, that is pretty much as important, or yeah, I would say as important as the game itself, the gameplay. But yeah, like without, like I said, without Wipeout, I wouldn't be probably into electronic music like at all. So yeah, thanks to Wipeout, I really discovered so many great electronic music artists slash bands that I'm so happy that I found them through Wipeout games. Yeah, so that was it about my take on the Wipeout series and why it's so important to PlayStation brand, and why we really need, why there has to be a future for the game series also. It cannot stop like to the Omega collection. It really needs to continue, and I don't actually I don't really know why there hasn't been more, concrete info, and just few rumors about the maybe upcoming Wipeout game. I've heard that there will be it's confirmed that there will be a new Wipeout game, but for the mobile. And yeah, I can't say I'm not interested about it, but definitely not as much, nearly not as much as I would be interested in the full console Wipeout experience, of course. But yeah, there will be. I think the game was named Wipeout Rush or something, that will come to the mobile phones in the future. I'll definitely check it out, but yeah, I'm not that much looking forward to it, and not expecting much of that. But anyway, so that's it. That's my discussion of and talking about the game series that is so important to me, and I really hope that the series continues in the future. Like, it has so much to offer still, and just thinking of how good it would look on PlayStation 5, and with all new stuff and all new soundtrack, and yeah, I would be like beyond excited. But anyway, let's hope that we'll get some more concrete info on the possibly upcoming Wipeout game that is rumored to be in the works for PlayStation 5 and PSVR 2. Right. Anyway, this is it, and yeah, Evil Dead the game, on the other hand, speaking of that, will be released in 6 days, and like I said, I may be doing a review of that, or some my first impressions of the game. I still don't know. Either way, I will be doing some video of the Evil Dead game, and I'm pretty excited about it because that would be like I don't really have a online game right now that I play period like actively, but that will definitely be a game that I'm looking forward to play online. Of course, that's online focused game, so like I have mentioned before, I'm hoping that I will be playing that game actively. So yeah, that remains to be. I really hope that Saber Interactive, who is the team behind that game, will really be successful with the, you know, there's so much potential in that, game world. The, you know, all the movies and all the games, and Ash versus Evil Dead TV series. There is so much, and I know that the new game will, put pretty much all of those in the same pack, from the TV series, from the movies, and combining those to make hopefully a nice full Evil Dead experience. Yeah, that was my last words for this video. So no, bye. That was last.